Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 4 minutes, so I will pause the recording software for now, and I will be back at market open or as soon as I see a potential opportunity. I have an order at 37 here for a put. In there at 37. For a put contract. And out for $50 on that one. So a quick little scalp to start the day. I will pause. I should note I am doing options. And if you don't know what I mean by options, or if you're intimidated, first off, don't be intimidated. But second off, just comment below option guide or option class, and I will link you to a totally free class I put together called The Big Basics of Options, and it will walk you through terminologies, how they work, and all of that. Options can be made very complicated. They can be made very intimidating, yes, but they don't have to be. I approach them in a more simple way. So if that's how you like to approach things, in simple ways, then you can go back and, or like I said, just comment below and I will link you to that class, and you can just kind of see how that works. And if you want to scroll back and see what happened there, you'll notice that this was white for a second. It turned green, meaning I was able to purchase. And then that order right there was white for a while. And then I was able to purchase. And the number that you'd want to watch over there was I was looking for that to get up to 37.50 and then go a little bit beyond it, as that implied that I was then able to sell. And yes, in hindsight, should have held longer, but it was just a quick sniper shot to start the day. Yes, we're all very good traders in hindsight. But if this wants to pull back some more, I may be interested now in a call option. But I will pause and we'll see what else I can find. Have an order at 35.50 here for another put. Close. I'm going to go to 35.30 instead. Needs to come up just a bit more. Got close. Was trying to get up around that white line there. All right, I'll see if I can give another chance. I'll pause. Have an order at 42.50 here for a put. Needs to come up a bit more. I'm watching this number over here. I want to see that drop down to 42.50 and then slightly below. And I'm in at 42.50. I just tried to get out at 41.50 and couldn't even get out there. So out there for $200 loss. Wow, that thing just spiked right up through. Didn't even care about the levels that I thought it might care about. All right, I will go ahead and pause. That's how they go sometimes. I just don't think this spike is going to last. So in there at 40.50. So let's see if it wants to come down a little bit here. So out there for, yeah, went up a bit too much. So back to break even. See, while I'm at this moment, if this thing comes back up, I'm gonna look like a genius for hopping out. Good job for taking that 150 bucks. If this thing comes down, you moron. But that's the problem with hindsight. So I'm about to look either really smart or really stupid here. So I'll show you what happens. Full disclosure, you know, full transparency's sake. I'll show you whether I look stupid or smart here. But for the sake of the time video, I won't sit here and, you know, just see what happens. But okay, so of course I'm very biased. I want to see this thing just explode upwards, so I can sit here and say, "See, I'm glad I followed my instincts and got out there." But if this thing crashes, then all I'm gonna be able to do about it is just laugh. But all right, I'll pause. All right, I'm gonna try at 39.70 here for a put. So it needs to come up a bit more. More unsure here, which is why I'm only doing the one contract. The other one, I liked it quite a bit. In my defense, it did work enough to put 150 bucks in my pocket. That's why I went up to 3. But do I like it as much as that? I don't, which is why I'm just going to go back down to one contract here. All right, I'll pause. I'll keep a close eye on it. Well, I'm the fool. Would have taken a bit more patience, but it never did anything crazy. So yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. So yes, in this situation now, with hindsight, I am the fool. That's all right. Not the first time, certainly won't be the last. That's just how it goes sometimes. All right, I'll pause. All right, just like that, spiking upwards. So let's see if I can get that 39. Nope. So 39.70. Typed in 39.71, and I'm not sure if that makes a difference or not, because the market or this isn't going to fill you at. Going to go up to 38.70. All right, I'll pause. All right, now let's try 38.70. Got that. And out there for $80. Very good. Let's see if it wants to come up some more now. Let's go 36.70, just double checking. Yep, that's what I want, 36.70. Or do I hop back in here? Do I think it gets rejected? I'll keep a close eye on it, but there we go. So definitely a roller coaster day. How did it go? Up 50 to down 150 to break even to now up 80. I don't know. That does look good. That does look like, yeah. I'm going to go right back to 38.70 here. See if I can try that area again. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, going to try a put here at 13.70. Got that. I don't have a whole lot of experience in this range here. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Okay, well, you have to look over here because it was stuck at like 13.80, and then literally in the blink of an eye, I was out. It shot up to like 14.10. So that was interesting. Again, I've traded this strike price, this range before, but not a whole lot. So to me, that was just, I was not expecting it. Again, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now unless you're also watching this number over here, but you'll see it was just stuck at 13.80, and I'm like, okay, well, can this thing even get up to $14? And then just like that, boom, up it went. Wow, came down and now straight up it goes. All right, I'll pause. Have an order at 1750 here. For a put. And I was on best bid, but I did not get filled. Oh, cancel that. Maybe try again. Let's do this instead. I'm going to go to 1670 here. There we go. All right, I will pause. Okay, I'm at 1750 now. In at 1750 for a put. All right, just going to take $10 on that one. Yeah, like I said, more of experimenting right now. I suppose in hindsight, I would have been just fine. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Do you trade SPX options? If so, are you ever down in this price range? And I should note that right now we're at about 80 delta. I know for if you don't trade options, like what did you just ask? 80 delta. What are you even talking about? But if you do trade these, then when I say 80 delta, I would assume you know what I mean. So let me know. All right, I will pause. Have an order at 1920, and it spiked down there for a second, so I thought maybe I was going to get filled. At 1920 showed up on the bid for a blink of an eye, so I didn't want to risk missing it, but it's since kind of come back up, but we'll see if it wants to try that move again. All right, I'll pause. Have an order at 1970. All right, well, I've tried enough on these little wicks down here. So at this point, it's almost like if it comes back down, is it going to be that the time where it finally breaks down? So, right, general idea that I wanted to, bottom out around here, but just because you're right, generally speaking, doesn't mean you actually make money from anything, because you got to get the finer tune details correct, those being, the right entry point. Well, I don't know. Do I give it at least one more try if it comes down there at 1970? Maybe. All right, I'll pause. Have an order at 19 here for a call. I don't like how I'm just sitting there on the bid and it won't hit me. Good, I'm glad I canceled that out, because then all of a sudden this moved down. So let's go to 1750 instead. Actually 1710, because I'm going to look for a breakdown of 521 now at this point. I'm going to go up to another strike price here. There we go. Let's go 1950. And let's just see a move down through 521. All right, I'll pause. Have an order here at 23 for a call. Well, you can see it hit that blue line, but my entry point was slightly off. So it got close, but I was on best bid, just did not get filled. So that's how it goes at times. Again, if you scroll back, you'll notice that I was at 23. Over here was 23, but I just think it filled. So again, same general idea. I think if it comes down there, that blue line, it'll want to bounce from right around there. And it did. I got a good enough bounce. That would have been a fine little trade there. But problem is I didn't get the finer tune details right, specifically the actual entry point. So at this point, I'm just going to go to 1950 and look for a bigger move to the downside. Like I said, I'll go back to the idea of it looking to break down through 521. I will pause. Have an order at 1950 here for a put. Once again, I think it might have been on best bid. It's turning into one of these days where it's almost impossible to get filled unless, I mean, not necessarily, now that I think about it. The other ones I've gotten filled on, I've basically gotten steamrolled at first, meaning this type of environment where if you're going to get filled, you basically just have to plan on at least going into the red at the very beginning of the trade, because it does not seem to want to just fill you nice and then, you know, potentially just snap right in your favor. So that's just something, that's a question that I'll have to, do I feel like operating in that kind of environment where you just kind of got to bite the bullet and accept the fact that, yeah, you're going to be underwater right away. All right, I'll pause. All right, I'm going to try here at 20. Got that. Put, that is. Wow. I thought I was going to get out instantly, and now I'm just sitting there on the best offer. That might be the clue, or that might be the sign to just get out. When I put in 2020, I thought, okay, whatever, I'll take the 20 bucks. As soon as I hit sell, I was going to be out based on what I was seeing on the level 2. Oh, not fast. So the experiment, yeah, I need to, granted, it's a sample size of 3 right now, but this range feels, of course, different. It really just does it feel a little bit more complicated than the range I'm usually playing. That's the question. And I'm, for you SPX traders, totally open to feedback, as always. All I'd say is don't be like, yeah, I traded SPX 3 times 30 years ago. And I mean, I'm not saying that doesn't mean you don't have any quality advice, but maybe a little bit more recent is what would be preferred. Do I try that again? I mean, it's just, let me bring that down. What I'm mainly looking at is that right there. Notice it's just right below that purple line. So, I mean, it's a nice little setup here. And as a reminder, or maybe you don't know, but before you start, as some people, and I guess I don't blame them because I don't say this every video, you're just doing things randomly. You're just hopping in at random spots. It's like, no, you got to remember, I'm looking at other things than what you see. I have screens surrounding what I'm recording, and that was one that I just pulled into the viewable area. So no, I understand that it could look random just looking at the 1 minute time frame, which is just what we're looking at here, but you just got to remember I am looking at more than that. So all right, I'll pause. Have an order at 43.70. No, just, yeah. No, again, best bid would not fill me. I don't know. Or I just go for it, and if I get steamrolled, oh well. Maybe that's the attitude. I mean, what's the worst case that happens? I'll post this video on YouTube, and it'll show me just giving back my gains. A couple of trolls will show up. Let's try 43.50. There we go. And out there we go. I don't know why I went for $40 on that one as opposed to 50. But I got $40 very, very quickly on that one. But I should not be talking because this is actually some good quality action. What is that up there? 83, that's 2. So 41.50. Let's go 41.70. And let's see if this thing wants to spike up some more. Then I'll be ready at 41.70. Just double checking. There we go. All right, I'll pause. All right, I am just going to go ahead and wrap things up. Almost 11:30. So 2 hours in, I'm up 180 with commissions. Let's call it, I don't know, 150. So 75 bucks an hour. Usually my goal is to at least be up over $100 an hour for the time spent doing it. So I didn't quite hit that goal here. So not really worth my time, but at the same time, you can't, it's better than losing money, right? Sometimes as a trader, you'll work and then you'll be like, oh, wow. So I spent my time literally to lose money. Like usually we want to spend our time to actually get something in return for it. But in this situation, didn't quite hit it. But it is what it is. Better than being down, what was I, at 150. So I think I'm going to name this one because this is exactly what a roller coaster day with some experimentation, because I experimented with those other deltas. Oh boy. And now as I speak, it does this. It's saying, hey, here's an opportunity maybe. Oh boy. All right, well, let's see if it wants to come up some more. Maybe I'd be interested. All right, give me a second. I'll pause. And never mind. Now it's heading back down. So there we go. So $75 an hour. I'll take it. Better than being down. And got some experimentation in. I think I want to give it a little bit more. Bring up the sample size a little bit more on that, and see kind of how that continues to play out. But yeah, interesting day for sure. So, all right, that is all I have for you. If you, like I said, any forward feedback like that for you SPX traders out there, if you have a delta range or what have you that you find to be beneficial, I'm definitely always open ears. Yes, I've been doing this a long time. Yes, but I'm still always open to feedback and open to anything that you might have to say. So, anyways, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate these. If you did I say I appreciate these? I think I appreciate you hitting the like button, leaving a comment below is I think what I meant to say. But yeah. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.